Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I always appreciate you guys checking out these cool toys. So before we get into it, as always, first of all, make yourself comfortable. I forgot to remind you on the monkey video. So get cozy, slide up into that chair of yours, get comfortable, adjust the back so you don't have lumbar strain. Grab that steaming hot drink, whether it's tea or coffee, because we know, especially in the Northeast, you're snowed in. You had that blizzard. Maybe you have a nice honey stir for your tea. My son bought me, they look like lollipops, but they're honey stirs that you put in tea, and then it gets the honey melts. So that's pretty cool. And anyway, if you're comfortable now, and you're exhaling the steam of your hot drink, and you've taken that nanosecond to subscribe, let's check out this really strange, odd-looking mechanical Mr. Cowboy on horse with bell by Yonezawa, and it happens to be item number 843, if that matters to you. I got to tell you a funny, quick story. I'm trying to think of the auction house. I don't know what appealed to me about this toy a while back at a different auction. This came from the Smith House auction, where I picked up quite a bit. I think I picked up a couple of dozen items there. But this, I had seen this toy loose, never seen the box, and I said, the rocking horse reminded me of the coin-op horses. So I said, let me bid on this. And the auction house had estimated, now I don't know if it was Bertoy or Milestone, maybe some other one, I can't even recall, but so it starts out, it's like $50, 75, 100, 200, 300, 500, 800, 1,000, yeah, at 1,200, 1,500. I'm like, what the hell? Next thing you know, it sold for $1,800. $1,800 on something estimated to be like 100 or 150. And that wasn't me that bought it, obviously, because I bought this one. And so with the buyer's premium, they probably paid over $2,000. And I barely even knew this toy. I just thought it was cute. And that's what happened. So this one, thank God, went for a fraction of that. So I'm very glad to have acquired this one. So let's look at the box. It's just a very charming 50s, child's toy. I mean, you got the little boy on his rocking horse. It's very colorful. Looks again, nice flesh tone there. They used a lot of colors in doing this box, and he's just having a good time. Probably watching, what was the Western, the Lone Ranger, maybe? He's watching Lone Ranger, so he's going into character here. You can see the side here, and I'm going to show you something that's a little odd about this toy. You can see the bottom, actually, is for a change, the cover, the lid, is in good shape, but the bottom is a little tattered, which, that's okay. I can deal with it like that. So what's interesting about this toy, though, is check this out. It's only lithoed on one side, like some of the German toys, like the pre-war German toys. Isn't that kind of wild? And it's just got this oversized head. Now, as far as the bell, I don't see a bell, like, unless it's in this mechanism somewhere. And there's no on-off switch. So if you wind it, it'll just spin, right? So you have to hold these levers. These are what gives it like that rocking motion, those shafts. And I'm going to see what I can get in here. You guys look, and you might see better than me. Is there a bell on here? I don't see a bell. I don't see a bell anywhere. Now, is it missing? Could be. Where would they even have put it? Where would they have put a bell? Are they just referring to a bell sound, maybe? So then the other thing is, like, the proportions of this thing are so odd. Look at the giant head. The arms are behind the body. And these are all loose, like you saw back there. So they kind of go in mode. It's just bizarre. And I think that's another reason it attracted to me. I do like the litho. And I like Western-themed toys. For me, like displaying this next to, say, my Cowboy in a barrel. Although I have to decide when I eventually have my display cases all done, do I want to put non-battery toys, in this case, like a friction or a wind-up next to a battery toy? Do I want the battery toys? I may do it thematically and mix and match them. But anyway, so it's an odd-looking fellow. You can kind of see motions here. And his face doesn't even look that young. It's just a kind of a creepy vibe, especially with that giant hat. But anyway, let me see if I could hold it and wind it a little bit. Let's see if I don't even know if it'll work, but we'll put it down here and see. Maybe I wound him too much. At first he wasn't even doing anything. So I'm going to ask you while this is going, because who knows how long this guy's going to go for, I'm going to ask you guys a question that's watching this. If you're familiar with this toy, are you aware of where a bell may have been positioned on this toy? I'm thinking somewhere along that mechanism, there might have been, there we go, it stopped. Somewhere along it, I'm trying to think, maybe there, like right at the end of that shaft, could there have been a bell there? And then it would have rang, unless, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Because where else would you have fit a bell? You couldn't have fit it in here with the mechanism. So it's kind of interesting, and if you're aware of it, now I guess if that's the case, I'd have to try to find a small little loose bell on one of these toys and see if it's something I could add on there. But anyway, that's your very odd-looking Mr. Cowboy on a horse, in this case with no bell, and I still don't think that necessarily it's missing one. I have my doubts that they were able to put a bell on there, but maybe they were, and we'll have to find out. So anyway, again, if you like this and you like the non-robot and non-space toy week, let me know in the comments. So also, if you like the toys in general, don't forget to thumb up the video. That's always greatly appreciated, as is subscribing if you're just lurking about and you decide, hey, you know what, I've seen enough of these cool items that let me join the rest of the cool cats on the coolest channel for the greatest toys, bar none. So with that, thanks as always for your time. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.